Well, good morning. It has been about a month since we had the heat on in the greenhouse, so let's take a quick little tour and see what the girls and I have gotten accomplished. Good morning, my pretties. Oh, you know what? This isn't one of the happiest places in the world. I don't know where is. Forget Disney. This is way better. I never knew a greenhouse could make me feel like this. Had no clue. Look at this. We are in the first part of April in zone 3B. It's nuts. Built some shelves. I don't know if y'all noticed or not. I don't know if you can call this building. Like, I put a piece of wood there. I put one across. I hacked two pieces there and sputted one in there. But at the end of the day, it only needs to be here for a month. These will all go out into the field, into the frosty, cold field in a month. In fact, a lot of these starter trays that you see will be doing that. And the rest of them, we will wait for a little bit warmer weather. But in all honesty, we don't really start stuff that requires warm weather to be happy. So, I mean, like what we're looking at right now is Swiss chard. That can totally handle freezing nights. We've got a whole whack of kale over here, which can handle freezing nights. All of those are beets. You know, and then things like basil. We've got some purple and some, this is an evergreen tower variety. It's supposed to get a couple 3 feet high. And a few friends of mine grew it last year. They were very happy with it. But, I mean, the basil will obviously stay in the heated greenhouse until really probably into June. But other than that, you know, we've got a couple of tomatoes, which are going to be in here anyway. Those onions could be sitting outside right now. You know, -9, -10 at night. Kohlrabi, no problems with the cold. Like I said, just a whole bunch of different varieties of kale. Right? All of those are going to be able to go out. So we try to not start things that are going to be high maintenance. We'll start those later. Right? Look at the size of these onions. My goodness, have they grown. These are the pearl onions. I'm assuming that this is the variety called Eclipse. They're white ones. And then down here with a little darker purple tinge, these are called purplettes. So I'm very, very excited about those. In fact, we're going to have green onions here soon. We snip a little bit off of each one. Oh, snow melting and falling off the other greenhouse, which I would like to show you because that is where I'm going to be spending most of my day. Alrighty, here we are in the unheated greenhouse, and it's -7 outside, and oh, I don't know, I'd say it's probably 5 or 6 degrees in here right now. It's lovely. This was where we had our shallots drying in the last couple of years down here, and then in the back where you see the black tarp is where we had some crops. Now, what I keep thinking is that I'm not very smart, and it would be far better to take an area that is protected, like, for say, a greenhouse like this, polytunnel, whatever, and make it all growing area. So these are a bunch of the boxes that we use for market. As you can see, after doing 9 markets a week for 4 months, you know, we get a little rammy. So I'm going to fix up a bunch of those. Then I'm going to store those underneath the big pine trees over by our field area, and then we're just slowly going to migrate and clean up and get a bunch of this stuff. I don't know, I'll create some storage under some trees with some tarps, and we'll get this area cleaned out and we'll get it ready for some plants. All right, so most of the stuff is out of here. Obviously I got to shift this, and there's a few things here that I can reorganize, but it is now starting to look like we're going to be able to get at those beds tomorrow. But exciting is, look at this part. Slap some new tables up, Girls help me with that. We got a little spot for that for now. So yeah, and we even got some landscape fabric down, so hopefully we're not dealing with as many weeds. So yeah, it's looking good. One more day and there's going to be some seeds in that there soil. All right, got that area cleaned out. Time for a little broad forking. All right, so there's one of 4. So none of us shall complain if we get stuck doing one particular job, because it's really not that bad. Free workout. All right, after 4 hours of broad forking, we got her, and it is looking fantastic to me. There's some detritus, but I've learned to overlook that. I've been farming right next to a farmer that uses a tractor, so trust me, there's lots of detritus. But this was hard as concrete. This was an area that we had walked on last year and hadn't grown on, so that needed to be broken up. I soaked this with water for the better part of an hour, so tomorrow that should crumble up absolutely beautifully. But those are 4 60-foot beds. We have kohlrabi to go in. One of these is going to be completely spring carrots, seeded out tomorrow. And what am I going to do? 5 different types of winter radish that I am allowed to grow in the spring. And then about 600 or so, just a real quick run of Easter egg, spring radish. We're going to do some more arugula, some more mustard, loose leaf and spinach in this bed. And then over here is going to be onions and kohlrabi. Whoop, whoop. Okay, snow and plants do mix. Onions, incredibly hardy. Those were out last night. It got down to -5, and everyone's looking just hunky-dory. Kind of got this area here a little cleaned up. Still have a few things to go. Oh, looking happy in here they are. So, all right. So in here, we've had a fairly big transformation. This may not look tidy and clean, but it's better than it's been in a long time. Put some benches along there. Put some benches along there. Got a ton of our stuff moved under the trees and into storage, which gave us, probably another 8 feet per bed, which I've prepped. Over here, we've got a full bed of carrots. Here, we've got a half a bed of spinach, a quarter bed of mustard, quarter bed of arugula. The back half of this is loose leaf lettuce. Front half is Easter egg radish. And then Mr. Zeb transplanted a bunch of kohlrabi. So we've got a couple hundred kohlrabi here. And then I put in a whole bunch of onions yesterday. And again, everybody is looking happy. It was getting a little hot in here. Actually, it was getting a lot hot in here. Last year, what we noticed was even with the roll-up sides, so that is 4 feet up, just all the hot air would stay up in here, and this place would be an oven. Front door, back door, and sides up, and it didn't seem to matter. So, what I did was, I did make myself some vents. So, pretty simple. Pretty simple. Just put some hinges on there. Got a little rope here. High-tech stuff here. High-tech. All right. There we go. So I'll tie these off. It's supposed to be a nice warm day today. All right. So we sputtered together a little table for in here for a little extra storage underneath. And we've got our seedlings up there. We've got our seedlings down here. The seedlings that you see here are basically all for the field. Everything out here is for the field. So those are the bees kohlrabi. Those are the white ones. So this is our 3rd sowing of these already. 2 sowings are already in the ground. Here's a couple of their compadres. Yeah, we're just trying to get everything ready. Our kale is looking fantastic. There's 4 different varieties here, and then we got 2 more varieties kind of hiding somewhere else. But our beets are looking great. They're starting to get their first true leaves, which means they're going to go outside to get used to being frozen next week. Yeah, we've got, I don't know, 30,000 seedlings in here. This is our seedling bench. When they get to that size, they get potted up. What are these? Oh, this is some broccolini. So we'll be potting that up on Monday, I would say. I put some shelves in here. Don't know if I showed you. Not sure what all I showed you, but yeah. So there's a couple of beds worth of beets. Our radishes are ready to start harvesting next week. This is actually already cut and growing back. That is what's getting cut this week for our veggie boxes. Our beet greens are just rocking and rolling. Those will be going in the veggie boxes. Arugula. So you can see where we cut. And then down here is mustard. And obviously you can see where we've cut there as well. Let's take a quick look. Here's our head lettuce. Salanova's coming along. Oh, there's a stinging nettle in the middle of everything. I'll get that out. This is the spinach that we seeded, and that is the spinach that overwintered. What a difference, eh? This is already starting to go to seed because it spent the winter in the ground, but it gave us a nice early harvest. We'll get that ripped out and something else in. And our kohlrabies. Look at, they're starting to kohlrabi. And the carrots are really starting to show now that the true leaves are coming in. So a bed and a half of those. And our onions are just romping along. Loving life here in the greenhouse. So again, over here, we've got some Italian cipollinis. These are pearl onions. I've got some green onions popped in there. Oh, and then the girls and Zeb got rid of the compost pile in here, which was useless. It was just silly. Like, paying to heat the greenhouse, that's a significant amount of square feet right there. I mean, in all honesty, that's 10 by 10. That's 100 square feet. There's tons of things that could go in there instead of just having vegetation rotting. So we moved that to the outside compost. And I'm kind of thinking that I'll pop a little bench like that, a couple of them over there. And then the rest of that is going to get seeded out. All right, guys. So this is the result of turning the heat on in the first part of March. And to us, it's worth it. Actually, I had a competitor tell me I was crazy to turn the heat on, and that's going to be a couple $1,000s in gas, and that doesn't make any sense. And, you know, I guess in their context, it might not. But in our context, it makes all the sense in the world. Our customers that order veggie boxes from us and order online and ordered all through winter. -38 they ordered, they got their vegetables. All winter long, 7 hours of light, they stuck with us. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a thank you to our customers. And I'm just sorry, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at my screen right now. That looks so gorgeous. But our customers are getting fresh greens, multiple varieties. They're gonna get onions, carrots, kohlrabi, everything in here. They're getting 2 months before the market's open. 2 months. Now, we've seeded out in here so that it's successional. And then within the next couple of weeks, when the ground thaws and dries out a little bit, I'll be seeding out into the field. So there'll be 3 successions. So that's how we get fresh vegetables from early April all the way through to December. So to me, our customers are totally worth turning the heat on in here. And you tell me that doesn't look good. Oh, baby. Give us a thumbs up if you love green. Come on now. All right. Have a wonderful week. Happy Easter to everybody. And we will see y'all on the next one.